Hello and welcome to another segment of Open House here at Community Media. This is the show where we bring awesome individuals into our studio that are doing great things in our community, that's making Adams, York County a great place to live. And I'm Raymond Gowker. I'm going to be spending time with a group of young men and women who are fantastic. The things that A.B.A.T.E does in our community, I don't know if we can get through it all tonight.
Yeah,
I don't.
Maybe not.
But, you know, we've been trying to get the representatives, Bradt, Matt, and Brian, Sonja, and Alyssa.
And that's Dale.
Okay, Matt.
Dale.
And
That's Dale, not Brad.
Yes.
We've been trying to get this group. Dale Bradt.
Yes, correct.
Dale Bradt. Dale is the coordinator for Dixon chapter of A.B.A.T.E. A.B.A.T.E stands for the Alliance of Bankers.
Bikers.
You guys bankers too?
Bikers.
Bankers on wheels. The Alliance of Bikers. Well, you're going to talk about it. You don't have to read it. It's in your heart. We're going to have you share your heart here, Dale. A.B.A.T.E stands for the Alliance of Bikers aimed towards education. And if you are a biker, you should belong to this group, because this group, they are a community. They fight for the bikers, and they create programs to make riding motorcycles safe, and represent you in the state government. And also, the awesome thing is they raise money for our community, for our nonprofits. So, you know, when you look at how a community works, Dale, you have the nonprofits, and they need to be able to have funding in order to work. And it's not the government that's supposed to come up with it.
No.
It's businesses and individuals. Right. But your group is so good at it.
Yeah.
How you doing, Dale?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
How are you?
Never better. So, Dale, you're the coordinator for the Dixon chapter of A.B.A.T.E. First of all, can you tell us what is A.B.A.T.E?
A.B.A.T.E. A.B.A.T.E is the Alliance of Bikers aimed toward education. Okay, we protect the individual rights of motorcyclists through political change, charitable events, and public education.
And what astounds me, other than your community.
That's correct. York and Adams County.
Right. How many members?
We have approximately 430 members. It floats, back and forth a little bit.
And that's the Dixon chapter.
That's just our chapter. In the state, we have about 5,000 members.
Okay.
And there's 44 chapters, and there's 8 districts.
And the amount of
And
fun.
Brian will speak more on that.
Right?
Sorry, Brian.
Brian will reinforce.
That's correct.
But, you know, I just can't say enough of what you do for the community. You guys are exceptional. You guys are organized. You guys are intentional. You're strategic, and you're successful at supporting many nonprofits, and we'll get into that then also. Dale.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything that you specifically want to say before we go on to Brian?
Brian, huh? Our membership officer.
Yeah.
Now, what I'd like to say is our chapter would not be anywhere near successful without the participation of our membership. That is the key. And we're a team. It's not one individual. It's no I in our chapter. It's a team effort, and everybody participates. And this year has been a phenomenal year. It's totally blown my expectations away with the amount of donations, the amount of money we were able to donate this past year.
And you have different events.
Yes, we do.
And
yep, we have Mac can talk about that.
That's going to talk about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we got the bike raffle, right? We have an Easter egg hunt. Okay, that's every Easter. That's an annual event. We do small games. okay, to raise money. Also, we also have people, different organizations or companies donating to us, you know, and want to participate in our chapter. So, yeah, we are doing well, very well this year, and the money we bring in, we donate.
Okay. And Matt, you've been with this organization for how long?
Since 2015, I believe.
2015. What is it that drew you to becoming part of this organization?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that one there.
There you go.
I think it's a sense. It really is a sense of a community. You know, it's not. You know, you get around these people. I mean, it's infectious. You know, the things that we're doing, the things that you see happening. You know, a lot of people see a bunch of motorcycles going down the road, you know, and they think, something negative. But a lot of times those situations are when we're out there doing some kind of a charity, work that, we're raising funds to, sometimes whether it's somebody was injured, somebody's sick, a lot of different things like that. There's a lot of different things that the community does.
So the awesome concept of this group is that you take what's close to your heart, which is biking, and the community that you share through biking, and all the values that surrounds that, and you mix it with having fun, doing things that you normally would do, but you take another part of what's on your heart, which is the community, which is the youth, which is those who need help, and you mix it all together.
Yeah.
And you do it so well. And what do you do for the organization specifically, Matt?
So currently I'm the legislative coordinator for the Mason-Dixon chapter. So, my kind of role is on that legislative side, gathering information, what we're working with, what we're trying to get pushed through, and, bringing that back, reporting it to the membership and stuff like that.
So that means you guys meet often.
Once a month. Yep.
Once a month.
Yep.
What are those
But we
meetings?
meet
What are those
before.
meetings like?
Very organized.
Do you meet at the same place the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's in charge of those meetings? That's you, Del? Okay. Okay. And where do you meet?
New Era restaurant outside of Abbottstown on Route 30.
Okay. Okay. And how many people do you usually have show up at your meetings?
It varies depending on the time of year. And as you know, there's a lot of events during the summer months, and people are doing other events, but we average probably 50, 60 people, sometimes
As high as
70.
100.
It could be 40 to 110 people.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
That's
Well, it is.
awesome.
it is, but
Yeah.
it depends on the time of year, the events that are going on, if people are on vacations and whatnot, but we have a good showing.
Wow.
We have a good showing.
And you're a nonprofit.
Yes.
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 For a nonprofit to have 40 people show up at the monthly meeting,
And that's the bare minimum. I mean, we usually have a lot more than that.
oh, man, that is incredible. What an army. What a group, what a community.
And they're open to the public,
Yeah,
so
you don't have to
anybody
be-
can come.
You don't have to be a member.
Okay?
First
attend the
Saturday,
meeting.
yep, first Saturday of the month,
Well, I
12
guarantee
o'clock.
you.
Saturday of the month.
I'll guarantee you, if you come, you're going to want to join.
There we go. And where's it at again?
New Era
New Era Restaurant located,
That's on Route 30, outside of Abbottstown, heading towards York.
okay,
About 2 miles outside of Abbottstown there.
okay.
Old O'Brien's.
All right, that's not where old
Yes, yes,
O'Brien's
Old
used to be?
O'Brien's.
Yes,
Yes,
O'Brien's.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay, cool. And what time did you say it was?
12 o'clock,
12 o'clock. And then it's over when it's over.
right.
It's over when it's over.
Yep.
It's okay. All right. Now, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Legislative stuff.
On legislative, are we on that one now?
Whatever, yeah.
Well, yeah, so, one of the big parts, like I said, we have our state legislative coordinator, works up at the Capitol tirelessly. He's there walking the halls all the time, meeting with different representatives, senators. This year, we actually were able to finally get motorcycles added to the lemon law. We worked, it took 28 years. 28 years to get motorcycles added to the lemon law policies.
And that means that if you buy a motorcycle, used or new?
New.
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 And you
Yep.
have so long to say, hey, something's wrong with this.
Right, they have,
They
yeah,
don't fix it.
if they can't fix it in, a reasonable time frame, then you have that right for a replacement.
Replacement.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you have a full-time person that's paid to lobby for you?
Yeah, we have a lobbyist.
Well, he's
We have our
not-
lobbyists.
We have our
We have
lobbyists.
a lobbyist, but this individual is not paid. It's all
It's a
volunteer.
volunteer. He's a member of A.B.A.T.E.
Yes, it's
And-
state level.
And nobody's compensated for any position that they
We
have.
do have a paid lobbyist that is on,
Yeah.
that we pay to work for us, advocate for us, but then we have our volunteer side of our legislative coordinator, who's the state officer, who is not paid, who is in there probably more than the lobbyist might be for us, because that lobbyist firm works for other people as well.
Okay. And the lobbyist firm is, Sonja, the only people that you're paying to do anything,
To do the lobbyist work.
which is very important.
Yes.
I mean, number one, representing your members, your community,
Right.
and the legal rights is pretty much the number one goal.
Oh, absolutely. It's a very important part of what we do, is to protect the rights of motorcyclists. That's what, we lobbied for years to get the helmet law modifications, back to the right to have the choice to wear a helmet or not. We don't advocate for it one way or the other. We advocated for the choice, the choice to be able to wear one if you want or not.
Freedom of choice.
Right. And, another one is the year-round inspections is one that just got passed. Previously, as it stands right now, you can't get your motorcycle inspected all year round. It's only like April to November. So now it's going to go into full effect where any time of the year you can get your
Covers 12
motorcycle.
Currently, it does cover 12 too?
No. Currently,
So
you
you can
can't
only-
get it. It's only a certain part of the year that you can actually get
Now,
inspections.
With this new law, it will be covered for 12 months.
So you're only allowed to drive your motorcycle so many,
You can ride it all year long, but you can't.
have to get inspected
Yes.
during a certain period. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to move on
Yep.
to Brian then.
Right.
There we go, Brian. Brian, what is your position here with A.B.A.T.E?
I'm the Mason-Dixon chapter membership officer, and I am also the state membership officer for A.B.A.T.E. PA.
Okay, so what are your duties in the state?
In the state, I'm the cheerleader. I'm the guy that's out there trying to get people involved, get people excited about our mission that Dale spoke on. We have, like Dale was saying, we have 44 chapters. We have 8 different districts, and currently we're at about 5,300 members. So for a state organization to be a grassroots political motorcyclist rights organization, 5,300 members is pretty huge. What my role is to make sure that we keep them coming back and we encourage more to join. Best way to do that is to give our chapters tools to go out and do that, to show the community effort that we're putting out, to get people excited to look in the mirror after they just got finished doing an event and say, wow, I was a part of that, and really, really want to do that more. So that spreads like wildfire, and it gets people really excited about what's going on.
It's proven itself this year with what we've done. Yeah.
So you are like
Cheerleader.
a cheerleader, the coordinator, the cornerstone that keeps the identity the same within all the organizations statewide.
That's a very true statement, and I appreciate the recognition on that. It is keeping the core statement out there. It's keeping people remembering that we are a motorcyclist rights organization. That is our first and foremost agenda, and all of our community things that we do is phenomenal. Across the state, statewide, the total was $378,000 statewide so far this year, and we only have a couple days left this year, so it was $378,000 statewide that we have donated to different charities. And for the Mason-Dixon chapter alone, to be $200,000 a part of that,
Yeah.
that's huge for York and Adams County.
Yeah.
You know,
Biggest job.
Definitely reached out into the community this year.
but but our main mission is the advocacy, to keep our riders' voices heard, to keep the concerns of our riders out there. And it's not an old guy organization. You know, you see this young guy here, but a couple of us gray hairs, and it's not an old guy organization. It's we are protecting the rights of the sport bikes. We're protecting the rights of the enduro bikes, the all-season bikes or all-terrain bikes that can go here, there, and everywhere. We're fighting land use legislation out there for those riders as well. So there's a lot of stuff on our plate that we're fighting for, and it's for the freedoms of motorcyclists is the all-encompassing our agenda. So
You keep everybody unified and focused on the mission.
exactly, we try, and it's difficult. It's I'll coin a phrase from one of my predecessors. It's like herding cats, you know. But we do a very, very good job at it.
And you guys do a very good job at having fun too, don't you?
Once or twice.
Okay.
A little bit here.
Cool. Yeah.
It's not all about the hard work, you know. And that's another great thing about this organization is our ability to unify, become an army, to group and get things accomplished, and have a blast doing it. You know.
And that was the key word that I was going to come back to. I'm glad you brought it up, is unity, unified. I mean, you guys are unified. You're not bickering among each other. You know, this is our mission. You're open to suggestions of how to reaching it. Well, you get it done.
Yeah.
And you get it done well.
If I can add to that, Brian, we also have youth. It's not just adults. We have junior membership as well. Matt and I both have kids that are members.
Which is awesome, because you give the opportunity for people to connect. Connect amongst yourselves that have the same values, the same goals, somewhat the same likes, but also connect to the community. And part of the community is advocating for our youth. You know, where does the youth learn how to be?
Right.
Where do the youth learn the purpose? Where do they learn values? How to set goals? How to have visions? And your organization provides that. You're there for them. You advocate for them as an individual. But not only them, you advocate for a lot of the people in our community by doing events, bringing recognition, and giving money so that those people who are highly qualified, I mean, in Adams County, the people leading our nonprofits are very intentional and strategic.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're good people. And then when they have you guys come in, I mean, I was at the, what was it, the Adams County Advocates for Youth.
Yep.
They just had an outing where you guys were recognized, you know, and you see all kinds of different people. And then you guys, they're in your suits.
Now you're profiling.
Oh, yeah,
now,
wait, no,
so.
let me say, I know where it's going with that. They're in suits and we come in
No,
as
you
we
were
are.
in your suits.
Yep, we
You
were in
were in
our
your
suits.
uniforms.
Yep.
You were in your suits, and being recognized for you're helping us get this done and getting this far. And you know, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Thanks for what you do for the community. Does that bring us to Sonja?
Absolutely.
Another part of the community that we're talking about with the youth is we also have what's called Operation Save a Life, which is what's not otherwise known as OSAL. And that's where we go into civic centers or even the schools, different school districts for the driver's ed classes. And we teach or instruct or get the future drivers, those who are going to be out on the road soon, how to share the road with us. Let them see that, compare lights on our bikes, lights to the cars, or the blind spots, or just how that we are allowed to have that whole lane, and distracted driving, just everything they need to know, because the Pennsylvania Driver's Manual doesn't really focus a whole lot on motorcycle, sharing the road and awareness. So we take that into the classroom, and there's a whole structured program, gives them a chance to come out and look at the bikes, sit on the bikes, see how they work, compare the lights and the signals, and explain why you don't see brake lights and the different things that go on with riding a motorcycle. And we don't teach them how to ride. That's not what we're there for. We're only there to teach them how to share the road with us, so that when they're driving, they can be looking for us, instead of the old adage of punch buggy or back in my day it was snitch, I got it, whatever. I guess they call it punch buggy. We always tell them to, or even younger ones, tell them to count the motorcycles. How many motorcycles you see when you're on the road? Instead of punch buggy, it's punch bike.
So like I Spy.
I Spy, yeah. So see how many motorcycles you can
I
get.
Spy Sonja on a bike.
Yeah, well, you might.
Yeah, might.
Yeah.
So what's your title with?
Oh, I'm
with
sorry.
A.B.A.T.E?
I'm Mason Dixon's chapter secretary, and I'm also A.B.A.T.E State Public Relations Officer.
Okay. Now, so your point, Sonja, is dealing with the educational part, but it's also the safety part. So in your community, if you have a love for motorcycles, you should be a part of A.B.A.T.E, because they're fighting for you. They're fighting for you legally, but they're also fighting for you for safety. And that's two ways. You're fighting for the safety of the motorcyclists by educating those who do not drive motorcycles.
Right.
But also you have programs for those who are getting their license and have their license too.
Right. So PennDOT, it's not through us, but PennDOT has a program called the Pennsylvania Motorcycle Safety Program, and they have 4 different courses. You have your basic one, your intermediate, your advanced, and your 3-wheel classes, where they can, the basic one is if you've never been on a bike before, or you're thinking about getting a bike, or you already have been on a bike but you don't have your license yet. You have to have your permit. You can sign up for these classes, and it'll teach you how, right from the very beginning, on how to ride the motorcycle and all the ins and outs of it. It's free in Pennsylvania, whereas in other states it could be anywhere up to $500.
And that's why it's free.
I was just going to say, and Matt can tell you why it's free.
Oh, yeah. So it is free in the state of Pennsylvania because back in the 80s, A.B.A.T.E lobbied again to actually add $5 onto every motorcycle registration that's in the state. And that all goes into a fund that helps to keep this program running. So that's, each motorcycle registration helps to keep, giving the other people the chance to take that course at no cost.
And what's the title of the course?
It's the Pennsylvania Motorcycle Safety Program.
Yeah. Okay. And you guys fought for it. You fought for it to be free, and you also fought so that if someone would go through that course, they could get their driver's license without going through the test.
The motorcycle license at the end of the class, then they get their motorcycle license if they pass the class. It's just like going up and taking the class or taking the test outside of that. But under 18 they have to take the class in order to get licensed. They can't get away with it. Whereas we wish more adults would take the class. We wish anybody that rides, even if you've been riding for many years, we'd love to see them take the advanced course just as a refresher. Brian can attest to that. He took the advanced course. You take that one on your own bike, and it just brings you back to all the laziness that you start doing just like as a regular car driver. It happens when you're riding a motorcycle, and it brings you back into, oh, wow, things that you don't think about anymore.
Right. And being a rider for, I don't know, 35, 40 years, you just, you develop bad habits. And I suggest, because it's free in Pennsylvania, because of the things that A.B.A.T.E has done, take the course, take the advanced course on your bike. Every time you get a new bike, sign up and take the course. Why not? It'll teach you some things about your bike and your abilities.
Some insurance companies will give you a discount if you take the course and pass it as well.
So your relationship to insurance companies, you work with insurance companies,
I mean, personally, I can say my insurance agent follows us pretty regularly, and we're friends, and he always is watching and paying attention and talks to me here and there, but not like that. What? Oh, okay.
I thought you were going for a
I'm
little.
just,
No.
insurance companies,
Yeah. Yeah.
some of them, I mean, there's many different programs out there, I think, for motorcyclists and insurance. So, you know, and that's not something we're here to talk about. So we will not, right, Melissa?
Right.
Okay, Melissa, can you tell us about you?
I am Melissa Shorb. I am the chapter's public relations officer.
Okay, and how's that going for you?
It's a very busy year, pretty much from January all the way through the year. January starts out the year for us. We do our laws and legislation and leadership seminars in Harrisburg. So that's where we all get our tools and everything throughout the year. So new officers that are coming in, we get to go to those seminars. And then we jump right into motorcycle safety and awareness. So part of my job is working with all the different municipalities so that we can get motorcycle safety and awareness proclamated.
Okay, so if you guys wouldn't do so much, your job would be a lot easier.
Right.
You know?
You know, we, for the most part, we all have jobs. We have families, so we're messaging each other 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, hey, I need you to do this. But that's what we do. Whether it's setting up everything for the press releases, sharing information back and forth. But the biggest thing, you know, and we've said it numerous times since the beginning, is our donations. This year, in 2024, Mason-Dixon donated $200,206 back into York and Adams County. In June, we did $100,000 to 10 different charities. Each charity received $10,000, $50,000 in York County, $50,000 in Adams County. Programs like the Children's Advocacy Center, also Big Brother, Big Sister. We also did the Special Olympics, and then we did 3 different equine groups, 2 in York County and 1 in Adams County.
Did you Shining Stars?
We did.
Great organization. Isn't it? See, that's a thing. You guys are united through your heart, through the love of the bikes. But you're also big-hearted and generous and kind and community responsible. Again, and you mix that. And you get to meet some really great people doing some really great things. And you get to say, go ahead and do it. We'll have fun raising the money, and we'll help you do it. And Shining Stars. And you guys are just as intentional and strategic as any other nonprofit organization in our county. It's amazing. It's amazing. Good job.
We also
Good job. We're
do,
very-
every month throughout the year, our membership chooses a charity of the month. So we can do anything from the Adams County Senior Centers. We've done the PA Wounded Warriors.
Turkey donation.
Turkey donations, turkeys and hams. Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Water sports.
The water sports, that one was fun.
We've done Thrive Ministries. We've given them some things for their houses. Friends of Cadoris, given them a lot of crafts and items that so they can hold their day camps in the summer. On the Edge Adaptive Water Sports was probably the one that was closest to my heart because they've always wanted what's called a jump ski, and they've never been able to. In 15 years, he says he's been wanting one of these, and so we, through our monthly in-kind donation, that was one of the items that we donated to them, and then we got the specialty items like the cage and the different things that go with it, so they can make it an adaptive piece. We gave them all kinds of different tools and things so they can continue their journey of taking the disabled out on the water.
With the SPCA's, York and Adams County, this is one thing about this organization and about basically these two that head up the charity part of it. With the SPCA's, we didn't give them money. We didn't buy cat food. We didn't buy, litter and stuff like that. We bought surgical equipment. We bought centrifuges. We bought stuff that they can use and use and use and use.
That the average person wouldn't put in.
That the average people wouldn't do.
Wouldn't put in their cart. Like everybody has Amazon lists, but I always, when I coordinate with them and ask them about a wish list, we don't want just an Amazon list, throw a bag of dog food. Anybody can do that. We wanted the things like that they might not be able to get. They get grant, a lot of the charities do get grant money or get state money, but they are so tight with where they're allowed to spend that money. So this takes the burden off of them when we do the in-kind donations monthly of being able to take the monies now that they would have had to spend on those things and put it to where they have to spend it, So we take the burden off of that. Like we did York Food Pantry. They had a fill the pantry campaign, fill the room campaign. We did, that was fun. We did a lot of in-kind donation when it comes to the canned goods and non-perishables. And the other one was Mason-Dixon Community Services, way down in Delta. They did hats, coats, blankets for the winter months, gloves, socks, and things like that.
I have to say, though, I think my favorite one was the Penguin Project.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, yeah.
Can you explain that?
The Penguin Project?
Yes.
So the Penguin Project is actually a theater for children with disabilities. And we went to see their show at the Majestic. These kids are amazing. And what they do and what everyone does with them to get them to that show, if you've never seen it, it's very heartwarming.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. If you don't leave in tears, there's a problem.
It's a theater for kids with adaptive or disabilities of any sort. It's not just kids, it's all ages. It was really good.
That's the community theater.
Yeah, community
At the
theater. That's one of their
Majestic,
projects. Yeah,
Gettysburg.
yeah. So we did. That was part of our Christmas for Kids, where we try to find the children's charities, like Melissa said, and they were one of our selected to receive one of our Christmas for Kids, and that's a cash. We do a check donation instead of an in-kind donation to keep their program going, and they were so glad for that because one of the groups that used to donate about that amount to them didn't do that this year, so it was great. It helped to keep them going.
Anybody else have a favorite experience?
My favorite was they're all good, but the Adams County Office for Aging, you would not realize, this is heart-wrenching. When I talked with her at length, she said they really need the Depends, the undergarments. She said you would not believe the amount of phone calls they get because they're so expensive just to buy a pack from the senior community, and they have a waiting list, and we took part of our in-kind donation was about $2,500 worth of Depends undergarments and the beds, coverings and stuff like that. And then the other half of it, we also, the 5 different senior centers that are in Adams County that they're a part of, we donated craft items so they could do their Christmas and their Thanksgiving crafts and just things like that, puzzles, cards, decks of cards, just so that they have stuff to do and that. And then we got thank you. When I get the thank you cards and we share them with the chapter, just reading them, it feels good to know that we were able to put a smile on somebody's face, and let them know that we aren't the bad motorcyclists that everyone likes to think we are,
Who is? If it's not you guys.
We also
There aren't any out there.
donate to veterans.
Yes.
I was going to say that.
Warriors, and also the Lebanon VA Volunteer Services.
Okay.
We donate to them every year also.
Okay.
Young Marines. We sponsored
And police.
a young Marine to go to Hawaii this year for the Pearl Harbor Parade, and then the work detail that they have out there. So we sponsored a young Marine to go on that, and we talked to them at another event where we were the other week, and they showed me all the pictures and how much fun they had, and that just cements it all right there.
You changed their life.
Yeah.
You gave them an experience that they would never have had.
Right.
You have a lot of veterans, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And something new we did this year also was the Southwestern School District Transportation Scholarship Fund. We donated to that also.
Okay.
And that was the first time for us this year.
You
But
guys
it's
aren't
not
gonna
just
slow up,
about-
or
No, we're not slowing up. We're continuing. We're moving on.
the vision grows.
It's not just about the money, though.
No, it's not.
It's about the time that we spend in the communities as well.
Yeah.
We've worked with Harvest of Hope last year, and we worked with their food pantry. We had some of our members help do the shopping with those in need, and then also we helped with the food packaging as well. We go out to different community events. We set up, when they have National Night Out, we set up different awareness booths throughout that. So we get a chance to be out in the community and talk to everyone.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was our goal this year, to reach out into the community more, so get to know who we are and what we stand for.
And you were very successful at it.
I think
And
we
it's
were.
100% volunteer.
Because everybody that got involved in our chapter, it's been fantastic.
Yes.
But, you know, you were talking about one of the neat things, you know, what was one of the best things you liked during the year? What I liked, last couple of years, we did our donations, and everybody would come to us, kind of, sort of. This year, we changed it up. For each donation, we set up a ride. We had everybody meet, and we'd ride to the destination where we're donating, and watching the people's faces when we show up on our bikes and we're doing the donation to help them. I mean, tears are coming out of their eyes. It's heartwarming. I mean, it really is heartwarming. And that made a big difference, I think, with our chapter as far as participation. We're getting more and more people participating, doing that. They think that it's just a nice thing to do.
What a
And we
great-
get a ride in, too. So that makes it nice.
Yeah.
Say.
What a great connection.
Yeah.
Everything, you guys connect and make a difference in the community. Good job.
We have members that are representatives, senators, doctors, lawyers. I mean, it's not just run-of-the-mill.
United States representatives,
Yeah, I
United
mean,
States senators.
Yeah, it's not, you know, all across the state, not just our chapter, but, yeah. And then Matt gets to personally work with our reps and senators and stuff that are up at the Capitol.
Yep, it is fun, and it's a neat experience, you know, because we are known up there. You know, our people are there a lot. You know, so it's pretty interesting when you're walking through the halls and a senator comes up to you or a representative comes up to you and they know you, shake your hand. You know, so we are making an impact up there. You know, and they know us. You know, and they look to us. You know, for guidance sometimes in some of these bills that are being presented. You know, as to how do we feel about them. You know.
And as far as that goes, on the membership aspect of it, is there are 763,000 registered motorcyclists in Pennsylvania, and we are, A.B.A.T.E, Pennsylvania, the ones that are out there fighting for those motorcyclist rights, we're at 5,300. So we're less than 1% making the decisions and fighting for the advocacy of what we believe in and what we think motorcyclists want us to fight for. So we need more people to join and more people to tell us what their concerns are so that we can amass the army and get out there and fight for what's important to all motorcyclists.
So in a way, help us help you.
I didn't want to put it that way,
Right.
but yeah.
But it's amazing. I mean, just think what you could do with 2%.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
You know, 2%. Super.
Yep.
You know, I've been to a couple of your gatherings already, some of your fundraisers. The York Adams Advocacy for Youth you used to do with Robert Witt.
Yes, Bob
You
Witt,
know,
yes.
Remember Bob
yeah.
Witt?
Yeah.
He's a great individual and was associated with
Yes.
community media also. And for several years, I've been waiting for the moment to have you guys into the station. And I'm looking forward to celebrating, community media is looking forward to celebrating what you guys do in our community. You make this place, you help others and you do it yourself. You make this a great community. Thank you for everything you do. Our time's about up, you know, but before we leave, I would like to give every one of you an opportunity to look at our audience and say something to them before you go. And we'll start with you, Melissa.
So as a woman, if you're afraid of riding, definitely take the motorcycle safety course and join A.B.A.T.E.
Yep, join us. Join the Mason-Dixon chapter, or join any of the chapters if it's not in this district, in this area, York and Adams County. Because why should we fight for your rights? Why should we do it alone? You should help us. Jump on the bandwagon and have some fun at the same time. And it's a brotherhood, it's a community, it's a family. You know, it's a great thing to be a part of.
And we're not a motorcycle gang. We're a motorcyclist rights organization. We're the ones that are out there fighting for everyone's rights. So the next time you see a line of motorcycles that might be 5 miles long, don't sit there and get agitated because you can't get to the Starbucks to grab your coffee. Respect what this line of motorcyclists are doing and raising money for the community and raising money for veterans and children and the aged, and you know, give them a little respect and give them a little room.
I'm going to go back to saying what the membership thing is, like it's been brought up, you know, that's what we do, you know, come be a part of it. If you come to one of our meetings, check us out, you know, you might find something that really strikes you that you want to be a part of, you know, and get around the energy of it and, you know, the things that we're doing, and come be a part of it.
You don't have to ride to be a member.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, like Bill was saying, if you want to make a difference, come to our meeting. We do so many good things for the community, and we have a good time doing it. And the legislative portion of it, with the new laws that we've helped bring in effect, and the donations that we do, and we do rides. We do monthly rides also. We take non-members on our rides. But I'll guarantee you, if you're a non-member and you're going to be hanging around, you're going to want to join.
You're not going to want to miss the fun.
That's right. Exactly.
You know, thanks for watching this segment of Community Media. We're blessed to have A.B.A.T.E. here. And, you know, if you're not a part of this group, a bicycle rider or not, you're missing a great opportunity to connect, fellowship,
Bicycle.
Yeah.
right?
Bicycle ride?
Bicycle?
Bicycle.
Did I say bicycle?
You did.
It's okay.
But if you're a bicycle rider, you can be part of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, we're going to start them young, and just because you ride a bike don't mean you're young.
And
But one step up from a bicycle is a scooter,
and we have passed laws for them as well.
right? So you could even ride a scooter,
That's right.
you know?
It doesn't have to be a
But
Harley.
motorcycle, right? Right.
But you don't have to ride a motorcycle to join.
You don't have to ride a, you don't have to be.
You can still come be a part of
To
it.
be a
Part of
part of this, you do not.
Yeah. So if you want to be part of a group that's making a difference in this community, if you want to connect, you want to get off the couch, go out and have fellowship, A.B.A.T.E. How can they get a hold of, how can they find out more?
Yeah, Brian.
If you, you can go on our website, abatepa.org, and check us out. There's an easy way to join on there. There's an easy way to find your a chapter that's near you if it's not the Mason-Dixon chapter, because we have chapters all over the state. But abatepa.org, check that out. And my number's there. Give me a call.
Facebook. We have Facebook.
Come to a meeting.
Website, come to the meeting.
Come to the
And again, the meetings are?
The first Saturday of every month at New Era at 12 o'clock
Until.
Except for,
until
You could ride a bike there. You could walk there. You could ride a motorcycle. You could drive your car. You know, you could carpool.
Catch a bus.
Uber.
Uber.
we have bike blessing. We have a bike blessing in April. We have our proclamations that go on in May for May's Motorcycle Safety and Awareness Month. So we have different things that go on. We have our chapter party that's in during Gettysburg Bike Week in July. We have all kinds. We have, well, Reach All Raiders. I don't know if that's going to come back. It'd be a ride from Harrisburg that comes down to Gettysburg to raise money for the monuments and things in Gettysburg, and all kinds of different at the state level as well as down to chapters.
What a great opportunity. What a great opportunity for fellowship. What a great opportunity to find your potential and help others find theirs in the community. A.B.A.T.E., Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for
We
having
appreciate
us.
everything you guys do. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Amazing.
Until we have a next group of awesome individuals come into our studio who's making our community a better place to live, be kind, be safe. See you later.